Hey YouTube, so I wanted to make a video on my favourite PS4 games. Starting off, we have Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So in this game, you play the Dragon Ball Z anime from the start to the finish. You start off fighting Vegeta and Raditz and what's up? Oh, for some reason his name slipped my mind. The bald one, what do you call him? Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. So anyway, you play the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, right up to the Majin Buu saga. And even then, whenever you finish that, eventually you have the Dragon Ball Super expansions like Battle of the Gods, Resurrection F, and then the newly announced Trunks saga. So, and all the cutscenes are done brilliantly as well, and the gameplay is the best that I've ever seen in a Dragon Ball Z game. So anyway, here's my second game, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Not as good as the original because they're EA, but they fixed it enough now that you can actually play it and enjoy it. I recommend giving it another try. And as you can hear now, it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is a really brilliant looking game, and again, good cutscenes, decent gameplay, good story. And one interesting thing I find was in the original PS1 game, you have like 4 different discs because the game's so big you can't. I'm going to turn this down a bit. So the game's so big you can't fit it onto one disc on the PS1. So you have 4 or 5 different discs. Here we have the installation disc and the actual play disc that you used to play. I think they did that for just, I don't know, nostalgia or something. Next is WWE 2K19. Obviously 2K20 was a dumpster fire, but this is actually, I mean, it doesn't have any glitches, so it's great. You can do all the things you can do in the newest WWE game and it won't be glitched. That's all I can say, it's not glitched. Next is CTR, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. This is like Mario Kart but with Crash Bandicoot characters and a lot more unlockables and customization. Think Mario Kart for PlayStation. And if you get it on PS4, you can get all these exclusive PS1 content. Now you can see it, sort of. You can see the low polygon models. Also great for online. Next is Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Made by Activision, Toys for Bob, and I think, what was the other people that made it? Beanox. So anyway, the sequel to Crash Bandicoot 3, it takes place immediately after, or a couple of years after, I don't know. Brilliant animations on it. Creative levels, it's just Crash Bandicoot, but more. Next is Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy. If you played Spyro before, you know what to expect, but it's absolutely beautiful looking. The PS1 games, but remastered. Next is Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Same as the Spyro one, this recreates the first 3 Crash games in HD. haven't played this one, so I can't really say, but from what I hear, it's a good game. Dreams. You ever wants to make your own game? This is what you use. It's also fun to check out what other people made. Next is Injustice. I have to tell you, I don't like this game that much, the gameplay, but the roster is actually decent. You know, you have the Ninja Turtles, you have Batman, you have Harley Quinn, you have alternate costumes. But the gameplay is just too stiff. I don't know. Next is my favorite fighting game, Dead or Alive 6. Really hard to unlock costumes in this. You really need to grind. Next there's Kingdom Hearts, the collection. I know there's a collection that came out after this, but you know, like there's first they released Kingdom Hearts 1.5, and then there's, what was it, 2.5, and then the newest collection's called The Story So Far, so it's a big mess. But anyway, you want to play Kingdom Hearts, it's like a Final Fantasy meets Disney, if that makes you wouldn't think that would be any good, but it actually is. Look. You go to all these different Disney worlds, and you meet all these different Disney characters, but there's also its own story. Honestly, who thought of Disney meets Final Fantasy? Next is the last Metal Gear Solid game ever made. Good graphics, but I'm not saying it's bad, but it just doesn't feel like a Metal Gear game. You know, it's like comparing a traditional Zelda game with Breath of the Wild. That's what it is. Lastly, there's The Last of Us. I hear a lot of good things about this game, but I really only ever played the start, and I never get the time to actually sit down and play it. I hear there's a good story, but I can't speak for that. And those are only a couple of PS4 games, from my most favourite to least favourites. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe.